Hi YouTube, welcome to my channel, Impeach Fascism, a channel dedicated to promoting democracy and critical thinking. My name is Aaron, and here's my puppy Tucker. We'll try not to wake him. If you have any interest in seeing these videos improve, please give me a thumbs up and a subscribe. These videos will get better, I promise. I just wanted to start by saying thank you to the NFL, Kendrick Lamar, Samuel L. Jackson, JALEN and the Philadelphia Eagles. Philadelphia winning the Super Bowl was one of the best days ever, and this was the most incredible Super Bowl halftime show. It inspired so many. Over Christmas break, our family took a trip to see DC, Philly, and we ended in New York for New Year's Eve. We wanted to show our family Washington, D.C. while democracy was still alive and strong. The trip was awesome, and we made an attempt to see everything during our few days in D.C. We were reminded of the impending doom of our country as the contractors were constructing the most elaborate stages for the traitors' inauguration. On December 29th, we were able to go to Philadelphia, the birthplace of U.S. democracy. We toured Independence Hall, where signing took place for the Declaration of Independence and U.S. Constitution. After touring Philly, my oldest son wanted to go to Geno's Steaks. We arrived just after the Eagles had beat the Cowboys and learned of the tradition to get Philly cheesesteaks after the game. Spending time with Eagles fans while we waited in line was awesome. They made me a fan for life. Lamar started the halftime show by telling the biggest audience in the world that the revolution is about to be televised. You picked the right time, but the wrong guy. Maybe he was also telling everyone they picked the wrong guy in November. I don't know. Lamar was telling a story about a life and a game. The stages were arranged like buttons on a PlayStation. This was a way to reach young people, but also reflected his journey through life, in the life of all Americans trying to make it in this game. If you're not corrupt in Trump's world, you can't win. Samuel L. Jackson, as Uncle Sam said, "No, no, no. Too loud, too reckless, too ghetto. Mr. Lamar, do you really know how to play the game? Then tighten up." Do you bow down and play by Uncle Sam's rules? Or do you make your way and let morals be your guide? I'm asking everyone to use morals as your guide and stand up to fascism. I thought the song about people not like us was perfect after we have watched Trump's nomination of his gang of pedophiles and billionaires to represent the American people. Trump, in attending the Super Bowl, he becomes the first U.S. president to ever attend a Super Bowl in person. Previous presidents have not attended the game, largely due to the exorbitant costs and logistical pressures the extra security would place on the already security-intense event. Estimates are approximately $15 to $20 million in taxpayer funds were spent for Trump to attend an event where no one wanted him, and he left before the halftime message that was crafted for him. Trump was booed for showing his face, so he went on social media site Truth Social or Lie Social and attacked Taylor Swift, claiming she had the worst night beside the Kansas City Chiefs, who lost to the Philadelphia Eagles. I was hoping for a record-setting Chiefs wipeout. Jalen Hurts crushed the Chiefs, beating them 40-22. On Saturday before the Super Bowl, I had started writing my script for my video after the Super Bowl. And it started with how the NFL bows down to Trump. But that was based on the Missouri Chiefs' behavior over the past year. Personally, I have a Mahomes jersey and KC Chiefs quarter zip, and all my kids have Chiefs gear, and each of them have a jersey. Going into the half, the Eagles had screamed past the MAGA Trump Chiefs 24-0. I was thinking to myself, Maybe the Chiefs should have thought a little more about football this past year and less about politics. Maybe Clark Hunt should not have thrown his support behind the most corrupt individual in the world. Maybe the Mahomes family should not have accepted and glorified Trumpism. Maybe Harrison Butker should have kept his nose out of politics and not supported one of the most corrupt legislators in the Senate, Josh Hawley. If you take a look at the End Citizens United website, you'll see a ranking of the most corrupt legislatures. And no thoughts. Maybe Butker should not have campaigned against women's rights with Hawley in a speech that said, women should step down. Wouldn't it be nice if women could step aside, is what he said. Their politics was not the reason they lost, but it made the Eagles win even more glorious. The halftime show was perfect. Way to go to the NFL and Kendrick Lamar. You have given America the hope that there are still good people in this country, and we are not just a country of vile, hate-filled Trumpers. Kendrick Lamar represents the pride and confidence of the American people who rise up in the face of adversity, while Donald Trump represents the cruel insecurity of his racist followers after he has crippled them with his lies and scams for the past 10 years. There's a part of Kendrick Lamar's song that I had to look up. I grew up in the country, so my rap skills are subpar. But it goes, the cultural divide, I'm going to get it on the flow. 40 acres and a mule, this is bigger than the music. 40 acres and a mule is a phrase that refers to the historical promise of land and a mule given to the formerly enslaved people after the Civil War, which was ultimately broken. After the Civil War, General Sherman issued Special Order Number 15, promising 40 acres of land and a mule to freed slaves as a form of reparations. The order confiscated 400,000 acres of land along the Atlantic coast of South Carolina, Georgia, and Florida. After President Abraham Lincoln's assassination, his successor, Andrew Johnson, overturned the policy, and the land was returned to the former enslavers. 40 Acres and a Mule highlights Lamar's message that the issue of racial justice and economic equality is much larger than just entertainment or music itself. Lamar ended with, "Game over. Loved it. Great performance." Again, please give me a thumbs up and a subscribe. These videos will get better, I promise. See you guys next time. Thanks.